I don't talk about sports much on these things, but I was really curious Saturday night about the Gonzaga UCLA game and was going to watch half of it, and I just couldn't help myself. I ended up watching the whole game. I don't know if you saw that or not, but they just battled back and forth the whole game. They went into overtime. Gonzaga ran up to a little bit of a lead. UCLA tied it, and then Jalen Suggs, I think is the name, he shot a shot at the buzzer, banked it in, and Gonzaga beat UCLA. It was a heartbreaker for UCLA, but it was one of the most amazing basketball games I've ever seen. And I think you'd say it was a timeless game, but I'm guessing somebody will remember it a year from now. Somebody might remember it 5 years from now. Definitely 10 years from now, it'll be a little more foreign. 25 years from now, just a few souls will remember the game. 50 years, they'll just have to pull out the YouTube or the archives. In 100 years, nobody will remember it. Can you believe that? Nobody will remember it. And I was walking in the woods today and found a timeless car. It's it looks like about a 1940s Buick, which is a really cool looking rig. And in the day, it was the thing, I'm sure. But today, nobody really even remembers it and can appreciate what it is so much. But that's kind of life, isn't it? But if you go to 1 Corinthians 15, around 53 or so, what Paul is saying is that this temporary body that I have here must put on the permanent. This mortal must put on immortality, and it must become eternal. Otherwise, this body will just be a shell of what it once was, and it'll have no lasting value. And so when you put on immortality, that means you trust that Jesus is the Messiah, and you come to realize that what happened 2,000 years ago, it was a 50-day window that happened. The Passover started, then you had the resurrection 3 days later, and then you get to the 50th day when the Pentecost happened, and it revolutionized humanity forever. But only a small group of people ever realized what happened at Pentecost. And that's the moment that the God of the universe opted to give himself to humanity to join his spirit with your spirit and revolutionize your world. So you would take the mortal and get rid of it and put on the immortal with his spirit in your spirit. And today, I just encourage you to realize that you have immortality today. You aren't an old rusty car. You're not a basketball game that was really cool for a day or two and then forgot about 50 years later. You have immortality because his spirit united with yours. Today, you can smile like no other day because he loves you enough to make you permanent. And he loves you enough to say you're his child, you're part of his family. Enjoy him today and have a great day.